Welcome back, guys. Today what I will bring you will be the new structure deck, but the competitive version of the Zombie Horde. Pretty much what you need is 3 copies of the same structure deck. I slightly changed some of the cards. It's still budget friendly, but I tried to make it slightly more competitive. As it is, you can still compete with it. Now, I won't guarantee you topping, YCSs or regionals, but it's still good. And if you take it to your locals, for sure you probably could win. Or actually give a really good challenge to meta decks, because this deck in the future could actually be meta. It's really strong, especially the new boss monster that it just got. It got a really huge boost to it. So instead of me talking, let me just explain. To start it off, I run 3 Doom King. This is the best monster if you could get into the field with Zombie World. It's really good. It's just as good as a Trigate, but it only negates monsters that are zombie. On top of that, it doesn't target, and the other effect that is pretty good, it can banish any monster on the field. Doesn't matter what side, unless it's zombie. It has to be zombie. And the good thing about it, if it's on the graveyard and if you have a field spell, if I'm not mistaken, you pretty much summon it every turn, either on your opponent's stand phase or yours, whichever, doesn't matter. It could keep coming back. You don't need to revive it. It revives itself. The other boss monster of the deck, your Red Eyes. I only run 1 because I like it like that. It's more consistent, and more than 1 is too cloggy for me. I don't like it. Your 1 tap for your synchro summon. More than that, I wouldn't recommend, because you prefer your zombies in the graveyard, not in your banish zone. So there's cards that you can still bring back your zombies to the graveyard, but my point is not to always have your plan B if plan A fails or they just completely destroy your board. 1 Zombie Master, because it's still really good. Especially you can discard your Masuki, your Gosuki, your let's call, give me a second, I keep forgetting the name, your Glow Up, all that, and just revive another monster. So you pretty much you +1, because 1, you special summon a monster, and with those that you discard it, you get their effect. So it's pretty good. I only run 1. 2 could be good, but for this build I only prefer 1. Then you have 3 Shiro, really good. With this, you can start your combo right from the start. You normal summon. If you have Call of the Mummy, you can pretty much special summon him, and then tribute, you get your unit zombie. So really good. Having 3 of this makes your deck really consistent. So 3 of this will make your deck really consistent, guys. Your other 3 monsters, obviously your unit zombies, really good. Not only to dump monsters from your from your deck to your grave, also from your hand to the grave. Like I said, same thing with Zombie Master, your Gosuki, your Misuki, your Glow Up, all that can actually help you out. The other good thing, it's good for your synchros. You can either discard a card, and I think you lower 1 monster's level, and then if you send 1 to from your deck to your grave, you can add another star to 1 of your monsters. So you can either use that for your XYZs or your synchro plays, however you want it. Really good card. I only run 2 Banshees. The reason why, because I already run other cards that could get me through my fuel spell, but 2 Banshees are really good. Not only it helps you not pretty much not clog the deck, because Zombie War is really needed. Without it, the deck is not as good. So she makes sure Zombie War is always in your field. And on top of that, if she's in the field, your opponent cannot destroy Zombie World. So that's really good. And the best thing about her 1800 attack. Come on, for a level 4, pretty good. Then we go up with your second, well, one of the best cards in the deck. Wow, Zombie Horde is in the field. Your glow up. You can use this as many as you want. I use 3. You could use 2. You could use 1. Up to you. You know, depending on your build. 3 is the best if you're, you know, if you want to spam your boss monsters. Pretty much, you know, you have 4 of these, so having 3 is not bad. You will never clog. You have your goblin zombie. With him, it's mostly strategy. You know, just to dump him to add a card to your hand with less than 1,200 defense. So this is, you know, just to discard or dump to the graveyard. It's not bad, you know. It's a combo standard, which is not that bad. Then your Masuki. Obviously, you run 3 of these. These guys are helpful to the deck. Really, really helpful. You know, those are your Monster Reborn, pretty much. Then you have your Gosuki. Yeah, his brother. Yeah, so you play 2 of his brother. 2 Gozuki because, you know, you dump him from the deck. Boom, special summon from your hand, or you can just use his other effect. You go dump a monster from your deck to the graveyard. Another Foolish Burial, not bad. That's pretty much all the monsters. I do run a lot. I know there's other builds that run more, but you know, this is really a lot. So that's pretty much a good, you know, good variance for the deck. Then the rest, it's actually all spell cards, guys, that do not run traps at all. This is, you know, as consistent as you get. Obviously, 3 Zombie World. See, this is the card that you really want to see as soon as possible. That's the card that will make sure you win the game, especially if your Doom King it's in the board. Once he's in the board, you need Zombie World 24/7. With that, you know, your opponent can barely play, especially, you know, if you're playing against Dino players. The dinosaurs, they have to be dinosaurs. If they're zombies, they're gonna play. You know, you need your let's say if you're playing Gokis, you need your warriors. If you don't have warriors, they're gonna play. On top of that, any deck that tributes, for example, True Draco, you cannot tribute, especially if Zombie War's in the field. So, you know, that card alone can actually disrupt a lot of plays. So imagine that and Doom King. It's really hard unless, you know, if they break your board, pretty much they deserve to win because this deck is really powerful. Your 2 terraforming, that's the reason I only run 2 banshees. You know, 2 terraforming. Sometimes, to be honest, it can be actually coggy. I don't like having to rely on terraforming, but in this deck you really have to in a way because you need your Zombie Horde, especially on the board. This, not a lot of people play, but the thing is that I'm actually encountering some problems with people just ashing my Unizombie, my glow up, you know, different, you know, problems that I'm getting at. I was running 1, now I'm running 2 for consistency. You don't really even have to run 1. I just do it because I like it, especially if they destruct my first play. I could just, you know, activate it, special summon another monster, you know, keep going from there. What sucks about this deck is that if you stop the first play and you don't have no way of, you know, recovering, you pretty much could lose if you're going against the OTK deck. You know, that's the only thing I don't like. So I try to use Call of the Mummy. Well, sorry, let me say that better. Call of the Mummy. To keep it more consistent. That's the only reason why. Sometimes if you draw, because I mean I'm running a lot of spell cards. That's the only bad thing about it. Sometimes I do draw a lot of spell cards, but in the end I'll shuffle the deck. I'll show you pretty much what hands I get, and I'll show you guys better combos. But let me, you know, keep going because I don't want this to be a 15-minute video. Zombie Power, really good. Not only it can help your attack, because it gives your zombies 1,000 attack, or you can lose 1,000 attack. Obviously, you use that to your opponent's monster if zombie was in the field. But the reason I run 3, not because of the attack, but because they can shuffle your banished monsters back to your deck. So it's not bad. And the other good thing about this, if it's in the graveyard, you can pretty much, shuffle the monster back to your deck, and you can set it up. So running 3 is pretty much just running 6, and that's amazing. That's really good. That's really good. Then you go for your 1 zombie necro nice. The reason why, because like I said, if you have zombie world on the field, use this. You can even steal your own opponent's monster. You don't even have to have a level 5 yourself. Your opponent could pretty much serve the purpose of that, and you're pretty much screw them over. 1 burial from the different dimension. The reason why, obviously, I'm running these, and they already help you get your monster from your banish zone. Yeah, I forgot to mention this too. This does the same thing. The only difference, this goes to your graveyard. The rest goes to your deck. But I mean, it makes pretty much no difference, because if you have a way of meeting your, just dumping your monsters to the graveyard, it's pretty much the same thing. The only thing, that one is quick spell. 2 Book of Life. I use 2 for consistency, obviously, and I don't really need it too much because my Gosukis and pretty much Doom King special summon himself, so I don't really need it that much. That's why I don't even run a monster more in this deck. The other spell card that I use, which is really good, almost in every deck nowadays, Foolish Burial. Really good. Really, really good card. And then the last 2, your Dark Hole, which, I mean, you can still use this. It's really good in almost any deck too, guys. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not like you really need it, but I prefer using it. And my Twin Twisters. The reason why I use this is because of floodgates. I hate when your opponent activates either, what's it called? I forgot, but the anti-spell, I think that's what it's called. Anti-spell fragrance, yeah, that one. I hate when they do that, or when they activate soul charge. No, sorry, not soul charge. That's a spell card. Soul drain. For your monsters. There's a lot of floodgates that I hate. So I was thinking of running at least 2 Twin Twisters, but I mean, I don't want to clog my deck, guys. I try to keep it as consistent. For that, I have other cards in my extra deck, which actually help me for that. For synchros, I have obviously your other boss monsters. Like I said, this deck has few boss monsters. Your Red Eye Zombies, really good. 3 of them. You don't need to explain why. It's really good. Secret Weapon, Bills, really good. Your opponent might have trouble taking out the board. Your Dark Rebellion, because you can obviously if you have a problematic monster with attack, you don't only have Bills, but you also have this. Pretty much detach 2 level 4s. Well, two of the attached, and then you pretty much still half of your opponent's attack. Boom, you destroy it with that. Your Levier, I don't know if I said it right, but yeah, since you banish a lot of your monsters, you can always use this. Not bad. And with Unizombie, you can make this easy. Same with this. So that's something I run in the deck. And then your, generic, basic Link. This, only run 1 because I don't really need it too much. I still use it because it's really good. Then I have your Cerberus, which everybody uses. The good thing about this, I can with this card, and then, use it for different, purposes. Not only to destroy your monster, but also taking, discarding from my hand. For Floodgates, Phoenix, really good too. And the last one of the best Link monsters in your deck should be Linkuriboh, because of your glow up. You can always make this, and then at least have this in the board. Glow up is not only for pretty much just dumping from the deck to the grave. You can also have it to like normal summon. If you need it, you don't really need it. It's better to dump it, but if you have no other play, you can always do that. So you know, it's pretty much it. Like I said, just give me a second to like pretty much like shuffle the deck. So you can pretty much see, you know, I'll do a really quick combo because it's actually 15 minutes, guys. I'm so sorry for that. Let's see if I don't get like a bunch of spell cards, a bunch of monsters. But let's see. Let me cut this real quick. Alright, let's say we go first because most of the time you have to go first, so your opponent doesn't, you know, interrupt most of your plays. Actually, yes, this is not a really good example because I just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm actually getting a bunch of spell cards. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see if okay. Alright. If not, then that'll be another video, guys. Alright, not that bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, wow, this is one of the best hands that you could actually draw. So let's say you go first. I always like activating this because I use his effect. Special summon. This is not normal summon. You know, you use his effect, you tribute, boom, boom. Your unit zombie. Pretty much, yeah, that. Activate his effect. You dump out. Let's say, which one? Actually, let's just make a basic combo, not too complicated for you guys. Your Banshee. On top of that, you know, you banish your Banshee, and then you get your Zombie Horde. And if you want, you can even do this just to like, you know, I'm telling you guys, this is overpowered. You can either discard this card, or you can discard this card. You can, you know, discard it to the graveyard, boom, and then, you know, just use his effect. And since you have a normal summon for the turn, you normal summon, you link. That's if you want. You don't really have to. You link up your Karibo, and then his effect. Just from there, you can have your Doom King, you know, and you know, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good setup. Other than that, once you know, pass your turn, his standby phase, you get another one. So it's, you know, a decent play. You still have one card in your hand, or you know, you can set it. It's up to you. See, and the good thing about this, you know, like I said, it helps your monsters. If anybody has let's say you're going against Dino, which actually not Dino, but let's say Blue Eyes deck, since they're pretty much attack wise they're really strong. Boom, 1,000 less. And remember, this guy bandages, so you know, it's not a bad card. And if your Zombie Horde has, you know, if they ever destroy this, you could just activate it in the graveyard, shuffle it back to your deck, and you still have another, you know, Banshee in your deck if you want or whatever. And then since you have another unit zombie, you could just, you know, dump another one and then have Zombie Horde again, you know, from your deck, guys. Not the graveyard, but you know, pretty much it's not a bad setup, guys. This deck is pretty good. I'll still bring you guys a better updater, because I do need Vampire Hunters and, you know, other Link monsters that can make this deck better, especially the Synchros. So this is pretty much budget friendly. I didn't have to spend more than like 50-60 bucks just to get this, and this is really powerful, guys. So yeah, actually less than 60 bucks. I'm pretty much bullshitting you guys. Around like 40 the most, because the only card that I mean, you don't really have to buy this. This is not needed. But the only other card that I really would recommend, Bills, and then, you know, these right here, which they're not gonna be that expensive, guys. All right. I see this video is getting super long, but I'm still I'll still upload it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you guys want a better combo, pretty much, you know, tutorial, I'll bring it to you guys. Just remember to comment, subscribe, and please like the video, guys. That way I will know I'm doing a good job. If not, I will have to change. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.